When planning for our A2 products, as a group we researched into various real media texts, for example music videos from artists that are of a similar genre that we have chosen, as well as album covers from these artists to gain ideas, as well as understand conventional representations and ideologies to be able to begin to create plans for our music video and digipacks. We looked at how the genre represented our artist, specifically Mike Skinner from The Streets, who was represented as an anti-star, which seemed to be appropriate for the genre and the idea of the videos revolving around working class culture. From this, we came up with a pitch of how we could represent our characters in our music video, and we presented some of these ideas to our peers to gain qualitative feedback to get a final idea of how we were going to create our music video and ensure that it was fit for purpose. As a group, we researched further into our artist and the genre to establish who the target audience of the genre is, being both age and social class, allowing us to adapt our music video to suit the target audience more. For A2, when creating our music video, we were able to present a first rough cut of our music video to a focus group that was compiled from our peers with a proven interest in grime and garage in order to gain qualitative feedback on how we can improve our music video. We found that using a focus group compiled of our peers allowed us to gain a more clear form of feedback, as the genre being early grime-garage is targeted towards teenagers and young adults. We recorded this feedback via audio and video in order to be able to analyse and interpret what feedback was given. An example of a question we asked our focus group was, can you establish the differences between the two characters in our music video in terms of social class? An example of some of the feedback from this question was that I am able to distinguish the differences in the characters, as you have highlighted the disparities between rich and poor through the use of props and filming locations. For example, the rich character wears a suit and works in the city, and the working class character wears tracksuit bottoms and is filmed around a tower block housing estate. However, we did receive some feedback regarding the editing pace being too slow, to which we attempted to build upon by adding more performance to increase the overall editing pace and add a variety of shots. From the feedback from our first rough cut, we were able to make further improvements to our music video, and with one of the major parts of feedback we received from the first rough cut being we needed to create a clearer sense of narrative and establish clearer representations of the characters. From this, we learned to utilise more locations and props for both of the characters and gave them more of a narrative. For example, we established for the rich character that he is unhappy with his life, which was shown through the consumption of drugs before work as well as being late to work. And for the poor working class character, we established a sense of narrative regarding his school life and home life. Before, there was no clear narrative to the music video, but as we built upon the feedback, we were able to create more of a story for our characters. We again received further feedback from our second rough cut, which was again qualitative, and some of the feedback we received was that we need to sync the performance to the lyrics as it was out of sync. For our final cut, we encompassed all of the feedback we received and attempted as best as we could to improve our music video based on this feedback. Overall, our final cut was met with much more positive feedback as opposed to the rough cuts, as all of the major issues were resolved, such as the performance being out of sync and the music video not having clear representations of the narrative. At A2, we also created an advert and digipack, in which, similarly to our music video, we produced a draft version to which we again presented to our target group to receive feedback. We hope to receive positive feedback for these products, such as we have encompassed the key elements of the genre and related the products to the music video itself. We received the feedback for our posters in the format of surveys to see which poster the audience preferred and what details could be improved, added or changed. Some of the feedback we received was that the target audience liked the use of locations for our characters in the digipack, which represents the characters' social classes and differences well. From this quantitative feedback, we chose which products, being the digipack and poster, got the best reception, and we built on this one to make our final versions, which we then uploaded to our website.